right, Naikeisha in the building. What's going on with you? How you feel today?
I feel good. How are you?
All right, I feel all right. What part of the world you in right now?
Right now I'm in Eugene, Oregon.
Oregon. Fuck.
Yes.
All right, we can't do no we can't do Oregon. We can't do that.
Can't do Oregon?
No, we
Why?
can't. No, we can't do Oregon, man. Nah, I'm a regional. I'm regional. I'm from Ohio. I do down south and I do Midwest, and that's about it. Oregon, nah, can't mess with Oregon, man. I don't know.
You don't want to put no chains on?
Nah, we can't. Well, even though the company that I drive for, we do have chains, and we do go into chain states. But me personally, nah. If I gotta put chains on, no, I'm stopping. I'm gonna be like, yo, boss man, that light ahead says chains needed. Nah, we not doing that, bruh. We posting up until the storm. We posting up until the storm pass. That's what we doing. We doing that, man. All right, go ahead and introduce yourself to everybody, and let me know what you was doing before trucking.
Hi, everybody. I'm Naikeisha Campbell. I'm originally from Florida, and I reside in Seattle, Washington. What I was doing before trucking, I was working at Amazon on a robotics team for 7 years.
Okay. The robotics team. What's the robotics team?
We just did a lot of testing on the pods. They use different robots for sorting out different packages or what need to be packaged. We just did a lot of testing on the machine.
Okay, and you say you rocked out for them for 7 years?
7 years.
Man, so you're originally from Florida, right?
Yeah.
Why move from Florida from a warm, cozy state up to Seattle, Washington, a cold state? What's up?
It's only cold for a few months. I mean, we have some of the most beautiful summers up here, springs and summers. But I don't mind the cold. I actually like it cold and gloomy. It's really nice. It's relaxing. I can't stand too much, heat and stuff like that.
All right. So I came across you on TikTok as a female trucker, but in your particular situation, you're more than a female trucker. And would I be safe into saying that?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So getting into let's go back. Let's go back, if I may. Let's go back. Growing up, what was it like? What was it like for you when you was growing up?
Oh my gosh, confusing. It was very confusing. I didn't know where I, fit in as a person. I really didn't. I got made fun of a lot. I really didn't hang out with a lot of black people.
Mm-hmm.
My safety net was kind of in the white communities.
Mm-hmm.
But, it was just very confusing, just really trying to figure out who I am, why I feel different from, my, family and my brothers. So it was just confusing.
All right. So on a daily basis, doing the time, going to school, trying to identify yourself, elementary school, junior high school. Have you went to college? Did you do any college?
Yes, I went to college. I'm a certified certified medical assistant.
Oh, okay. So during that time period, when did the turn come for you? Like when did you realize that this is not who I am and this is who I am?
Okay, it was my I was in high school, and some friends ended up getting some fake IDs for us, and we went to this club, and I'd never been to a gay club before, and oh gosh, it was an experience. I walked in and I saw these tall girls, like, whoa. I was kind of afraid at first, but we ended up over at their house, and it was like three of them living in this townhouse. And after having conversations with them and, comparing, their process, their story to how I felt at the time, I was like, this is what I'm feeling. I mean, this is what it is. It's like it clicked, and I was like, now I know where I'm supposed to go in life.
All right. Now,
so I just ended up. Mm-hmm.
This is all during your. And again, I may be ignorant to certain things, so please help me out, and please, if I'm offending you or anything like that, definitely let me know. And definitely put me on the straight and narrow on things. So the conversation that you had with these young people was when you were still on the male side of things, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So being on the male side of things, you started you started feeling more and more, was it more and more confused, more and more conflicted, or more and more confident?
Being on the male side, listening to their stories?
Yes.
The confusion part went away, started, fading away. And I would say I started feeling more confidence about where I needed to go, and the process of trying to get on hormones and stuff like that. Now, remember, I'm in Florida, so, being on hormones and stuff in Florida, I mean, it was kind of hard. I mean, one of the girls, she just wanted to change her name in the state of Florida, dragged her case out for like almost 7 months.
Mm-hmm.
And they still, it was so weird the way they did it. They gave her the girl name that she wanted, but still up underneath, they had her birth name on the ID and on her record.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of waited because I always knew I wanted to get out of the South.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of waited until I made that transition to Washington.
All right. So now you started, you started the process. Did you have to, how old was you when you started the hormone treatment?
I was like, I want to say I was just turned 18.
Oh, okay. So you pretty much didn't need your parents' permission to start the treatment.
No.
Oh, okay.
I was right at 18. I had told them that I wanted to leave, and I ended up packing up and moving to Washington. And I started my transition up here in Washington. Did you tell your family? And if you did, how did they take it? No, I didn't tell them. I didn't tell them anything. Um, well, now, well, okay, then, yes. Me and my mom, we clashed. My dad, he was always saying, oh, well, he was like, son, it's not too late to change. It's not too late to change. Like, yeah, well, it kind of is. Um, my
Wh-
brother, we don't talk. As of
Wow.
today, we just don't talk. Hopefully that will change in time, but I mean, it's
What?
all in the Lord's hands.
How many siblings you have? Just the one or more?
Just my brother.
Um, let me ask you this. It sounds as though that your father was supportive, and then would it be safe to say that your mother and brother wasn't?
Yes, my dad stepped in because I don't know. I just felt like my mom. She really, at the time,
Mhm.
she was more focused on my brother. She was like, okay, I can't deal with what you got going on. You out here liking boys and carrying on. I'm not dealing with it. She was very deep rooted into the church. So it's almost like she abandoned me and kicked me aside, and she just focused on my brother. Now my dad, he really stepped in. I mean, when I got to Washington, it was kind of hard. I needed money for food and a place to live and all that stuff like that. And he really just constantly kept helping me out with funds and stuff just to keep me off the streets and stuff.
Okay.
And
Okay.
yeah,
That's what's up. Shout out to your father, man. I was surprised
I
because
know.
stories of of the trans community always stem from the fathers not giving that support, and the mothers is like 100% supportive of your orientation decision. But this is kind of a wild moment that your mother kind of turned her back on you, and your father stepped up to the stepped up to the plate.
Yeah,
Do
yeah.
do now you say you and your brother don't talk to this day, but do you conversate with your mother any?
Oh yes, oh we're good friends now.
Oh, okay. You
I
say,
actually just got back from Florida last week.
oh,
I was
okay.
down there last week and surprised her and my dad, and it was a wonderful time.
All
Yeah.
right. All right. So you with the hormone treatment at the age of 19, um, what what was the kind of things that you was going through at the time of your transition?
Mm. Well, a lot of body pain, muscles breaking down, gaining weight, suicidal thoughts.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was a lot going on, and not suicide. Well, okay, it was more so like the old me was pretty much the old me was just killing itself off. Like there was one time I was walking down the steps or walking up the steps, and I ended up looking over the banister, and I just saw my body laying down in the middle on the ground, like I, dead. I just jumped and killed myself. I was just
Wow.
having all types of crazy thoughts, and I think that lasted for like a month. Then after that, everything just started tapering off.
So when you started noticing your body change, like literally, what thoughts was going through your mind then? Like, wow, I'm started to develop and started to look a little bit different, a little bit feminine. How was your thoughts going? How was your thoughts going then?
Well, okay. So, like I said, at first there was a lot of pain, with the development of breast tissue and everything like that. I had a good team, some friends I met in Seattle, and they really walked me through a whole bunch of stuff because they were older and they kind of seen some of the things that I've gone through. So it was one day I was, just getting out the shower or whatever, and I ended up looking. I had this big old mirror in my studio apartment, and I ended up walking past the mirror, and I kind of seen, just the development of the breast starting to form, and you take that moment, you know, just naked, just standing in the mirror, and you're looking at your body, and it's like, okay, something's happening here. Everything's happening because I was taking the blockers, and then by that time I was on the actual pills. I wasn't on the injection. Now I take the injections, but I was on the pills. I was taking like 4 of those at a time, and it was just nice to see my body forming. Because I was always kind of curvy, because I ran track and played football and stuff like that. But I was just softening up.
Okay. What was the most difficult part? Well, physically, transitioning. Like, what was the most difficult part that you experienced?
I would say the voice. Trying to find the voice, and I'm still working on it. And I plan on having surgery on my vocal cords, but just trying to find a voice because I would go places um, while I was dressed up or whatever, and I wouldn't talk because I didn't want to get clocked
Okay.
by the guys on the street. I wouldn't talk. They would try to speak to me or holler at me or whatever, and I just kept walking real fast. I didn't want to be noticed.
So, uh, I can imagine, the thoughts that was going through that probably was going through your head, like, damn, I really want to say something back to the dude, but I don't want to freak him out, right?
Yeah. I mean, it was some cute one trying to holler at me then, and I just wasn't, there yet. And I mean, eventually I did come around and started, trying to practice, trying to find that tone or whatever. And it was, I mean, I'm okay now. I could get through, but I still go to therapy, vocal therapy, and then, like I said, I do plan on having the surgery to really
All right. So
feminize my voice.
all right. So let me ask you this. Going through the transition, I'm assuming it costs a lot of money, right? When you started the hormone treatment and stuff like that, where did the money started coming into play? And let me ask you this: was that your inspiration into getting into trucking, so you can use the finance that trucking provide for you to further your transition?
No. So the money for the hormones and stuff. I mean, the hormones and everything were covered by the state.
Mm-hmm.
The state of Washington covered that. It wasn't until I started working at Amazon is when I was able to get some really good insurance. and the insurance started paying for my surgeries.
So how many surgeries have you went through so far?
Okay. 3 so far.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. So
3. I had my
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, the surgery that I had done. I got my breast done, laser hair removal, and the Adam's apple removal. Those were the 3 that were covered through the insurance.
Wait. I thought that was a myth. The Adam's apple.
What?
No, I'm just bullshitting. I'm just bullshitting. I know about the Adam's apple for real. But whoa, so let me ask you this, man. Cosmetic surgery, I mean, it really do wonders for you guys in your transitioning, and you actually had your Adam's apple removed.
Well, they shaved it down.
Oh, they shaved it down. Gotcha. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of making it hard for straight guys to really notice. Let me ask you this. And I know you probably might get this question all the time, and I can understand if you don't want to answer it or not. But when a straight man sees you, and I'm not gonna lie, because when I seen you on your pictures and everything, wow. I mean, wow. Okay.
Thank you.
From a distance, like, wow. But when
up close.
when a straight man throws game at you, and and he shows interest in you and everything, do you let him know in the initial meet, in the initial conversation, or do you, like, I don't know, go out on a date with him and then let him know then?
That's dangerous. Okay. No, for me, it depends. So if it's online, they already know, because I have it in my profile and everything like that.
Exactly.
So you can't be like,
oh, I didn't know. Mm-hmm.
I didn't know. Just like on my TikTok, it says the sexytranstrucker.
Mm-hmm.
So in public, is different. Now, a guy wants just coming up to me and just talking. No, I don't feel I need to let them know right then and there.
Okay.
Because, it might get dangerous. Because I'm just trying to protect myself. So, if, they give me their number or whatever, when I get the number, then I let them know.
What was some of the strangest or weirdest things that happened to you after you let them know?
Majority of the time, the guys are like,
be honest now.
They're interested. They want to, continue having conversation. I could count on one hand. Well, honestly, I want to say almost like 3 times where the guy kind of came off, kind of mean or whatever. But majority of the time, everybody's nice.
So it would be like,
and I think, okay,
it would be like, so let me let you know, before we continue on, is that, in my one lifetime, I used to be a guy.
Oh, you're dragging it on. No, I just be like, because after, we take, they'll send pictures and then be asking for pictures and I send them pictures. So it's almost like fishing, not catfishing, but just fishing.
Gotcha.
Drop the hook in with photos or whatever.
Gotcha.
And they get all excited or whatever.
Okay.
Oh, God.
Okay. That's what's up, man. Shout out to you. Shout out to you.
Okay, but let me say this while we're on record. These are my things. I don't speak for the whole
community. I got you.
Of what they do. So some of them don't even say anything, and then we hear in the news how they go. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But I think they lying anyways. Them men be knowing.
But like I said, I mean, for me, if you're honest, if you're being honest with the person up front, honesty always works out. It always pays, because like I said,
it really does.
A lot of guys that claims that they don't mess with trans women and all like that, I would say maybe about 50% of them do. They just not going to probably come out and actually say it, because if that trans woman came and said, like, look, this is what it is, this is how I am, you either take it or leave it, and if the guy's into you, like literally into you, some of them just might take it, and just roll with it.
I mean, I've learned my lesson. I mean, I'm not going to say I was always good. There was this one guy that I was kind of feeling. He was from Trinidad or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
and he was actually in. Well, okay, this was a few years ago. He was in about a year or two ago. He was in trucking too. We worked for the same company,
Mm-hmm.
and I didn't tell him. I didn't tell him.
Now, when go ahead. I'm sorry, I didn't know you was continue.
What'd you say?
No, I was about to ask you, after being in Amazon for 7 years, when was it Amazon the reason why you got into trucking? What was the reason why you got into trucking?
Oh, well, Amazon had this program up. It was like they had a few different programs. Like they were paying.